Hey there, this is Daniel here, and I'm going to be covering 3 key points that are probably confusing you if you've been trying to work out and eat healthy and achieve probably some weight loss goals, or what we like to refer to more fat loss goals, because just weight on its own and comparing body weight versus fat weight are 2 very different things. Now obviously there's a lot of information out there, and you're probably thinking to yourself that you either need to eat less food and move more, you need to follow some crazy trend diet like paleo or veganism or be vegetarian or whatever it might be, something that's not sustainable, or that you just need to be exercising for an hour every single day. And we're being told this from all different directions. It's from the media, it's from the internet, right? The most common articles that you'll come across are probably telling you the same things, and that's what you've been trying. And you may have also worked with a personal trainer in the past that may have told you the same things. So what we're going to cover today are 3 key strategies that are going to give you some instant wins, and it's going to help transform the way you think about lifestyle, about nutrition, and about the type of training that you do to get the best results. Now, at least for the clients that we've worked with, when we start to transform these 3 key elements into the strategy that they apply straight away, they instantly feel better. They instantly get some response and some feedback that tells them that they are on track. Now, the first thing that I'm going to share today is about the nutrition side of things, and it's really not about eating less food. Now, it can be, because overall we do need to be able to create a caloric deficit in some form sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes. So what's most important is that you are keeping a well-balanced approach to all of your macronutrients. So your macronutrients are your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. Now obviously on we'll say the keto side of things, people are proclaiming that you need to be at ketogenic or ketosis, which officially is 90% fat-based diet. Now, can it work? Yeah, absolutely. Is it sustainable? Probably not. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you can't be taking better decisions more often on a higher fat-based plan, but ultimately, carbs are not bad. So you don't need to be jumping on this high-fat bandwagon thinking that that's the miracle that you're looking for. You need to be finding a balanced approach and a strategy. Sure that you can work and you can tweak, but ultimately it's not just eating less, it is being able to identify the macronutrient balance that gives you the best energy, the best feeling, and allows you to be sustainable and have that kind of flexibility and flow with your nutrition. Now, the other key areas on the nutrition side is that it also is dependent on your frequency of eating, your portion control, the quality of those macronutrients, and of course, those 3 elements then make up your requirements based on your energy expenditure and the type of training that you're doing. Does that make sense? I hope you're following along. So it's not that you need to be eating less food, because if you are training intelligently, strategically, that's actually going to boost your metabolic rate, you are going to require a higher level of caloric intake to fuel your system, okay, to keep you going. You're going to need that food for recovery as well, not just for the training itself. So that's where we're going to be moving through into the second part, which is your metabolism. This is based on your metabolic rate. So the type of training that you choose to put into your strategy, it's essential. It must focus on increasing and enhancing your metabolic rate, not reducing it, not restricting it, not allowing your body to then hold on and conserve its energy needs, in this case your fat storage, because you want to be able to create a metabolic state where your body just wants to give, it wants to release. And this is what's going to happen when you get this right combination. You're going to not just see a shift in the scales, you're going to feel a difference in your energy, your metabolism, your body temperature, right? Your mental focus. But what you're also going to experience within those first kind of 7 to 10 days, if you get it right, is you're going to start to feel your body fat change consistency. And this is what I mean. When you shift your metabolism, okay, when you shift it, when you change energy systems, your body will start to break down that stored fat in preparation for it to be more easily accessible and to be used as a fuel source either during training or in the other 23.5 hours of the day that you're not actually exercising. So that's the whole purpose of increasing your metabolic rate and making sure that the training principles that you apply and implement into your strategy are actually increasing your metabolism, increasing that fat burning metabolic rate. And you know, it's like a fire. When the fire runs low, you need to stock it with more wood, right? If you just put little twigs and some hay on top, it's gonna burn real quick and then there's gonna be nothing left. And what happens to the fire? It just disintegrates, it disappears. So you gotta keep stoking the fire. And when you understand this and you apply it and you see the benefits, that's when you're gonna start to understand exactly what you need to do to fuel your metabolism. Okay, so your macros, your metabolic rate, the type of training that you do is absolutely essential for your long-term and sustainable results. Now, when we move into our cardiovascular zone, this is where we've been taught and told that we've got to be doing 60 minutes of time of any kind of exercise for it to be effective. And this again is just not true. It's not, it's been proven time and time again, in addition with our clients, that more is not better. And so what happens when you invest too much time and you're doing too much excessive cardio, then you are gonna be just establishing a very low metabolic baseline. It's also not going to be encouraging the production and utilization of growth hormone and testosterone and all these hormones that you need that's going to drive your metabolic rate and improve your strength, and your mental focus is all going to be coming from your adrenaline, dopamine, your growth hormone, and this is all going to be coming from your shorter, more intensive sessions, but specifically related to your strength training. Okay, it is your strength training that's going to drive your metabolic rate. Now, don't get this confused with your high intensity interval training, because everything that you read where they say long, slow distance is a waste of time, or that the only type of training you should be doing is your high intensity interval training, are also not giving you the full picture. It's not a complete story, because you've got to also understand where your baseline is. Now, if you have a fairly low starting point level of fitness, or you're not incredibly motivated to train and work out, answer this question. What are the chances that you're going to be able to sustain hard, intense training every single day? All right, the chances are pretty slim, which means you're setting yourself up for failure as well. Now, it doesn't mean that HIIT doesn't have its place in a strategy. The same thing with your longer, steady state cardiovascular exercise. They all have a place, but neither of them impact your metabolic rate like your strength training does. And so that's why it's absolutely key that when we get these key elements into your strategy, you increase your metabolic rate. You don't have to restrict your eating. You can be flexible. You can be flexible with all the different types of foods. It's not that carbs are bad and you shouldn't be having rice and you can't eat pasta. They're all macros. They can all be burned and used effectively. And if that's what's going to allow you to maintain a sustainable lifestyle and create that flow and that balance in your overall strategy, while still allowing you to be able to have and enjoy the foods that you want to eat in moderation, in the right quantities, at the right time, based on your results, your training, your frequency, and the type of training that you're doing, then these three elements now fall into place to become part of your overall and effective strategy. So I know that this all might be a little bit confusing, but if you go back and you read the messages in below, I'm going to send you a link underneath as well. You can also re-watch this entire video and take notes, and then you can ask all of your questions in the comment section below, because it is absolutely fundamental that you understand how your metabolism works, and that you understand that what you currently believe to be true, what you've been reading, what most people in the industry are saying, when you debunk those myths and you start to apply your own personalized strategy on exactly those 3 elements that I've just shared, only then are you going to truly understand. And you're going to understand because you're going to experience a result, a feeling, a shift in your energy, your metabolism, the texture of your fat deposits. Everything's going to change when you apply these 3 key elements. Now, what I want you to do is to comment below, nice and simple. I'd love to hear your feedback on what's working, what your challenges are, what you're confused about, what you are really motivated and inspired to try to change, right? To get those results. Now, whether you're busy, you don't have time, you've tried things that don't work, you're just tired of exercise or trying to get the right strategy, now's the time to try this strategy. Personalize it to yourself and you will start to see the results. Now, I'm not just some weekend warrior that's been certified and been in the industry for 3 months. I've been in this industry for 22 years. I've worked with diabetics, reverse their diabetes. We've worked with Olympic athletes at the Olympic Games in London, Youth Olympic Games. It's about getting strategy. That is the secret to success. Now, all I need you to do, share this with your friends, write down your comments below, tell me what you don't understand that you need more clarification on, and start that process. Start your strength training, short 20-minute sessions a week, 3 times a week. That's all it takes, and start to increase your whole food nutrition and eat when you're hungry. That's it. So apply it today. I look forward to communicating and hearing from you in the next video and in the chat below. So